healthy and doing well. I'm going to show you this can of beans. These are my canned beans. Sorry about that. These are my canned beans. They're good till next year, but probably longer than that. I'm about to make some butternut squash and black bean enchiladas. This is a recipe that I found in my little pantry. This is a recipe that I found in a book that I got from Dollar Tree, y'all. It's a vegan cookbook from Dollar Tree. Because I have been so successful these last couple of years growing these butternut squash. So I was like, I better learn to cook with them. And this was a recipe that my kids love. So I'm showing you guys this because I'm planning to do a video showing you kind of what I have in my kitchen, what I have in my pantry after the first year of gardening and learning to can and preserve here. But I'm using the stuff which I have been last year anyway. So this is going to be the intro. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to pull the stuff out of the pantry and out of my medicine cabinet. And I'm going to show you guys what I got to show for this year. This was a tough year for me, actually, personally, in my life. And so I'm really proud of myself. I definitely saved some money. I definitely learned some things. And I am definitely healthier for the last year of gardening and preserving. So give me some time, y'all. I'm going to sit down and show you guys what I have. But for now, I'm just going to make dinner and go to bed. Peace. Okay, family, so here I am just getting started, getting my squash all cut up and ready. I do plan to can some butternut squash as well so that this meal will be a lot faster and a lot easier in the future. But I'm just happy to be able to grow, meals, right? I want to say I'm super happy about how these beans turned out. They're not mushy. They look really nice. This is the onions that was in there. So I'm definitely going to use that canning method again, and I will share it with you guys. Okay, and back to cooking. So now that we got the butternut squash boiled, I'm adding it all into the sauce. We're going to go ahead and let everything cook down together. So it's butternut squash, it's diced tomatoes, cumin and chili seasoning, salt, of course, onions, garlic. It's just a really nice mixture. I was super excited to find this in a Dollar Tree magazine, and my kids tear it up every time. So I'm going to get this packed up for the family, and then we're going to get into the good stuff that you guys actually came for, which is, did I grow enough? Was it all worth it? What do I have to show for this first full year of growing and preserving in my garden? So let's get into it. Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. Look what I did, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so proud. So this video is to show you guys what I've been able to accomplish and save up in the first full year of growing here in this house and the first almost year of canning. So I started canning in February of 2022. So this is what I have to show for it, minus the stuff we already ate. So I did want to tell you guys, I have a few things in the freezer that I didn't pull out, like apple pectin that I'm going to be making jellies and jams with. And what else? I think I probably have like green beans and peaches and stuff. in there too. I didn't grow the peaches, but I tried to can them, and then one of the cans busted and I said forget it, and I threw those things in the freezers. But I still think that counts. I still put the effort in, and I'm actually going to change some of those peaches into fruit roll-ups today. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna just go from back to front. I have Cuban oregano cough syrup. This stays in the fridge. We have fire cider, so we used some store-bought stuff and also some homegrown stuff like my Cuban oregano, my echinacea in here. And so I was super excited. This was my first year doing both of those. This is the ugly chicken that I have left. So I learned to can chicken, and this has really been a lifesaver. Like if you need something quick like some chicken tacos or something like that, this is really nice to just bust open, throw some cilantro or something in there, you know, season it up and do your thing. So I have 3 quarts of that left. I only have 2 quarts of my black beans left. We love black bean and butternut squash enchiladas. That's what I like to make with these, and I like to have them ready to pop open instead of having to remember to soak them overnight just to cook them the next day. So I'm canning more of these very soon. These are my pickled okra, and isn't it beautiful? These were burgundy okra. So when you pickle the burgundy okra, it makes this really pretty rosy colored liquid, and these are very tasty. These I didn't can in a canner. These are like refrigerator pickles, so they were like a quick, because okra, you guys, okra pops out day by day. So this is something you can quickly do if you don't feel like doing like a full canning session. So I have 2 of those, and they're really, really good. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 1 more in my room that still has the herbs in it. These are all mosquito repellents, which I'm super excited about because we live in the South and the mosquitoes are ridiculous. They gangsta out here, okay? But this mosquito repellent has been working for us, and I have a few formulas. This one has rosemary, Cuban oregano, citronella, and I used alcohol to extract those. And then this one, oh, this is comfrey oil, actually. I forgot, sorry. This one's comfrey oil. The other ones are mosquito repellents. This is from comfrey that we grew from our garden. This one, I think this was the original, mixture that we used. So it was beauty berry, citronella, and a little bit of basil. That was the first one that I did, and I used alcohol for that one. So mosquito repellents, very, 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 very helpful. I will definitely make as much as I can this year as well. And I love that all I had to do was get the alcohol. I also did it with witch hazel, and that's all you need. And then you can grab some leaves from your garden and protect yourself and your family from the gangsta mosquitoes in the garden. So moving on, we have echinacea. Is this the most beautiful jar of an herb? And keep in mind, guys, we've been using these, so everything's not going to be like all full because it's something that I use all the time. But I'm just excited that I was able to grow it for free and have that. So these are echinacea flower petals and leaves. The most potent part of echinacea is the roots, but ours are still very young, and so I didn't want to mess with the roots. So I want to wait and let them spread a little bit before I mess with the roots. But the flowers and the leaves also have medicinal properties, so I love to use that in tea. This is my purple basil, y'all, my purple opal basil, and I know you guys know I love this basil. So I'm so happy to have some dry. This is what I have left in here because I cook with it all the time. I also have a little bit over here. This is purple opal basil mixed with some Genovese basil that I just, when this gets empty, I just take this and kind of blend it up and then put it in there. So got seasoning there. Let's see. Here we have pineapples. This was a hit, you guys. This was a hit in my house. I canned pineapples a couple times, and these 3 are all the ones that we have left, and it probably won't last another week and a half. So I'm very happy about these pineapples. I canned them in apple juice, and everybody in the house loves them, so that is exciting. Okay, y'all. So I'm looking for some help on this one. This is pineapple apple jelly. I used, you know how you make jelly, you can boil the pineapple rinds and it gets like a juice mixture, because that's how you make jelly, is with juice. I used apple pectin, and my jellies and jams are not, they're not jellying, y'all. I know that I can use them as like syrup or something else, but I really want jelly, and I'm feeling like I'm not finding the right, I guess, conversion for using apple pectin instead of using the packaged pectin. So if anybody is watching and you use natural apple pectin, give me some tips on how to get my jelly to jelly. I try to cook it for a long time and let it get jelly. I don't know, but I'm still proud of myself for trying, because this gives me a jumping off point to keep learning. And I can still use this as syrup, and I can also still use it for if I want to bake something, maybe like a pound cake, but have it like pineapple pound cake, then I can use this and it'll be delicious. So if I do that, I'll share it with you guys. I have I have 2 of those, and then I have some small ones in the front. And then I also have some grape jelly, and same thing with my grape jelly. And my daughter loves grape jelly specifically, and I've been trying to learn to do it for her. So y'all give me some tips, because she's being kind to me, but I would really like it to be jelly. This is my 1 jar of pickles. I didn't get a whole lot of cucumbers, but I did do like 2 or 3 jars of pickles. And I also want to mention that I give jars to my mom and my sister sometimes when they come over. So like if I just made some strawberry jam, I might give them a couple jars. So this is minus what we ate and minus what I give to them, because I want to grow the food so I can feed everybody. So this is my last pickles. I think they look good. And my sister said they were a bomb, so that's exciting. This is my turmeric. I did do a video showing you guys harvesting and drying and stuff, and I've been using it. This is Cuban oregano as well. So this Cuban oregano, I just dried it so that I could use it for tea. Let's see, grape jelly, and I'm gonna lift up, like an old lady. This row is all green beans. This was the first ever thing I ever canned. Green beans. I did a TikTok and everything, y'all. I was so proud. So they look really good. They look legit. I have, this is chicken bone broth. I've got 2 pints of that. And then this is the last of the strawberry jam that we have left. Everybody in the house has been tearing this up except for my oldest. The jam is a little bit more forgiving as far as the texture, because it's not a juice. It still has, like, you know, fruit bits in it, fruit matter in it. So it's a little thicker, but I know even the jam could be thicker if I get my ratio of the pectin right. So I've got 2 of those. And then this is just dry yarrow for tea. Oh, I forgot to pull out the powder. I also dried and powdered yarrow, and I did that for bleeding. So if you have like a cut or wound that is bleeding, the dry yarrow blended up in a powder will help stop the bleeding. So this I did for tea, and then the other one I did for bleeding, but I forgot to pull it out. This is the last of my pineapple sage. Y'all know I love that pineapple sage. So I dried this and I've been using it for tea. That died back, but it'll be back in the spring. This is the last of our sweet potatoes. As you can see, they're starting to grow. I don't know. I didn't wash them. I heard you're not supposed to wash them, just store them. They've been in a dark place, but maybe it wasn't cool enough. But we are going to make some really, really good sweet potato rolls with these. That's what we did with the last one. So this isn't all that we grew this year. As I said, we've been eating from what we've been harvesting. So this is what we have left. And I've already planted more for next year. And these are my butternut squash. This is my butternut squash. I love these butternut squash, y'all. My husband cooked with the butternut squash and just threw some seeds in mommy's yard. I think 2 years ago now, when we first moved back to Texas. That grew and gave us butternut squash, and I saved seeds from that. And that grew and gave us butternut squash this year. So, and I love these because they're winter squash, so they last a long time. These last until I start harvesting for the next year. So we've already been eating some of these. And I'm going to probably can some of these too, because I really don't like having to cut them up when it's time to cook. But I do love the fact that we grew these, and they're basically free. All of this is free because we got one butternut squash 2 years ago, and we've been growing from it ever since. So, is it all worth it? I would say yes, but that's something that you have to answer for yourself. I will definitely say that last year was a very, very hard year for me. It was probably one of the hardest years that I can remember. I lost a lot of family members, and I had to do a lot of traveling for funerals and just like a lot of life changes and challenges and stuff. And to be honest, the garden was great for me in that time because it's a place of peace for me as well. But I think I could have gotten more done if I wasn't going through all that stuff. So all things considered, I am proud of myself. I'm excited to see how much I can accomplish this year. Today is the 11th, January 11th, 2023, and this is my little inventory. So I will show you guys at the end of, or the beginning of next year, how much more I was able to accomplish. And you guys let me know, what are your goals for this year? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.